Capricorn, if you found this video today, the July 14th new moon may already be changing your destiny, and the biggest sign could appear sooner than you think. This isn't just another new moon. For Capricorn, this rare energy is opening a powerful chapter of transformation. Stay with me until the end, because the final message could explain why everything you've been experiencing lately suddenly makes perfect sense. 1. The spiritual meaning of the July 14th new moon for Capricorn. Take a breath for a moment, because whether you've noticed it consciously or not, something has been shifting beneath the surface of your life. And on July 14th, that shift finds a name. A new moon is always a beginning. It's the moment the sky goes dark before it fills with light again. A blank page, a fresh canvas, a doorway the universe quietly opens for those who are ready to walk through it. But this particular new moon carries a different weight for you than it does for most other signs. Because you, Capricorn, are ruled by Saturn, the planet of time, discipline, and destiny, built the slow way. And Saturn does not rush. Saturn waits until the foundation is strong enough to hold what's coming. That's exactly why this new moon feels different. It's not a spark that fades by morning. It's a structural reset, a moment where the sky is essentially saying, the waiting is over. The version of you that has been quietly building, quietly enduring, quietly preparing, is finally being handed the beginning it worked so hard for. Think about your own nature for a second. You are not the sign that leaps first and figures it out later. You are the sign that studies the mountain, calculates the climb, and only then takes the first step. But once you take it, you don't stop until you reach the top. That patience has often been mistaken, even by you, as delay, as being behind, as watching everyone else move faster while you stayed rooted in place. But Capricorn, patience was never your punishment. It was your training. This new moon is where that training starts to pay off. Not later, not someday, now. Because divine timing doesn't work on the calendar the ego wants. It works on the calendar the soul actually needs. And your soul's calendar has just turned a page. So as you watch this, I want you to notice something in your body. A subtle lightness, a flicker of anticipation you can't quite explain. That's not your imagination. That's recognition. Some part of you already knows a beginning is arriving. Keep watching, because I'm about to show you exactly why. 2. Why your destiny is finally beginning to move. Here's something most people never tell you about destiny, Capricorn. It doesn't move in a straight line. It moves in seasons. And for a while now, you've been living through a season that felt less like growth and more like standing still. Maybe you've asked yourself quietly, late at night, why does everything feel like it's taking so long? Why do doors keep closing right when I think they're about to open? Why does it feel like I'm doing everything right, and still nothing moves? I want to gently offer you a different way of seeing that season, because nothing was ever wasted. Every delay you lived through was invisible spiritual preparation. The universe reinforcing the parts of you that weren't ready yet for what's coming now. A house isn't built by rushing the foundation. And you, more than any other sign, understand that on some level, even when it hurts to live it. Those disappointments you carried, they were not proof that you weren't good enough. They were the exact experiences shaping the wisdom, the resilience, and the discernment you'll need for what's about to enter your life. Every no cleared space for a yes that actually fits who you're becoming. Every ending you grieved was quietly making room for a beginning your old self couldn't have handled yet. This is the part I want you to really sit with. The lessons you've been carrying are not separate from the blessings that are coming. They are the blessings, still becoming visible. Nothing was ever taken from you without something greater being assembled behind the scenes. So if delay has been the story of your recent chapter, Capricorn, let this be the moment you stop reading it as rejection and start reading it as preparation. Because preparation only means one thing. Something is finally ready to move. And that something is you. 3 to 7 powerful signs. The shift has already started. Now here is what I really want you to pay attention to, Capricorn, because the universe rarely announces a shift loudly. It whispers it in small signs before the big moment arrives. Here are 7 signs this destiny shift may have already quietly begun in your life. Sign 1. Unexpected opportunities. Has something appeared out of nowhere lately? A message, an offer, a conversation that led somewhere you didn't plan for. Capricorn, you're used to earning every opportunity through visible effort. But this new moon works differently. It opens doors you didn't even know you were standing in front of. Sign 2. Stronger intuition. You may have noticed your gut feelings getting louder, sharper, harder to ignore. A sense of knowing before you're told. That's not coincidence. That's your inner compass recalibrating to guide you through what's ahead. Sign 3. Old chapters ending naturally. Not through conflict, not through drama, just quietly closing. A friendship fading, a job losing its pull, a habit falling away on its own. When endings arrive gently like that, it means the universe is clearing space, not punishing you. Sign 4. Meeting meaningful people. Someone new may have entered your orbit recently who felt instantly significant. A mentor, a friend, someone who simply gets you. These are not random meetings. These are the people meant to walk beside you into this next chapter. Sign 5. Feeling emotionally lighter. A weight you've carried for months, maybe years, may have started to lift, even slightly. That lightness is a sign you're releasing what you no longer need to carry. Sign 6. Repeated signs and synchronicities. Numbers that keep appearing, a song that keeps playing, a word you keep hearing from different directions. When the universe wants your attention, it repeats itself until you notice. Sign 7. A growing sense that something big is coming. This is the quietest sign, and the most important. A feeling in your chest that you can't fully explain. A sense of anticipation. Like you're standing at the edge of something. Capricorn, that feeling is real. Trust it. If even 1 or 2 of these have shown up in your life recently, that's confirmation. The shift isn't coming. It has already started. 4. What Capricorn must release before the new beginning. But Capricorn, here's the honest truth, and I say this with love, because you deserve honesty, not just comfort. This new moon can open the door, but you are the one who has to walk through it. And to walk through it fully, there are things you'll need to set down first. The first is fear of failure. You have carried the weight of needing to get everything right, of proving your worth through results, but not every step forward needs a guarantee attached to it. Growth requires the willingness to try without needing certainty first. The second is past disappointments. The plans that fell through. The people who let you down. The version of your life you thought you'd have by now. Carrying that grief forward doesn't protect you. It only delays the future that's trying to reach you. The third is self-doubt. That quiet voice that says you're not ready, not enough, not deserving yet. Capricorn, that voice has never once been telling you the truth. It has only ever been telling you what fear wants you to believe. The fourth is negative expectations. Bracing yourself for disappointment before it even happens. Expecting the worst so you're never caught off guard. But that armor, while it feels protective, also blocks the good things from reaching you fully. And the fifth is emotional baggage. Old resentments, old grief, old versions of pain you've been quietly holding on to, sometimes without even realizing it. None of this means forcing yourself to let go overnight. It simply means becoming willing to release what no longer serves the person you're becoming. Because Capricorn, the new moon can hand you the door. But only you can decide to stop standing in front of it and finally step through. 5 ways to how the new moon can transform career, money, and relationships. Let's talk about where this energy may actually show up in your life, Capricorn, because spiritual shifts always find their way into the practical corners of our world too. In your career, this new moon carries the potential for real breakthrough. Not necessarily a dramatic overnight change, though for some of you it might be exactly that, but a shift in direction, recognition, or opportunity that finally reflects the effort you've quietly poured in. Work that once felt stagnant may begin to open. A project, a role, or a recognition long overdue may finally arrive. In your finances, this is a time to stay alert for unexpected opportunities, support, resources, or openings that appear from directions you didn't anticipate. Capricorn, you already know how to build wealth through discipline. What this new moon adds is flow, abundance that doesn't only come from grinding, but also from being open enough to receive. In your relationships, this energy carries a gentle, healing quality. Old wounds between you and someone important may finally soften. Conversations you've been avoiding may finally happen with more ease than you expected. And if you've been feeling alone in your journey, this is a season where unexpected support from people who truly see you may quietly show up. And underneath all of it, Capricorn, is something deeply personal, a growing sense of confidence. Not the loud, performative kind, the quiet, grounded kind that comes from finally trusting that you are capable of receiving good things, not just earning them through struggle, career, money, relationships, confidence. This new moon isn't asking you to change who you are. It's simply asking you to let the world finally meet the person you've already become. 6. The universe's hidden message for Capricorn. Capricorn, if there is one message beneath everything I've shared with you today, it's this: trust the timing of your life. I know how hard that is for you specifically. You are the sign that likes control, structure, certainty. Trusting an invisible process without proof it's working goes against everything you've been taught to rely on. But every setback you've lived through, every delay, every disappointment, every door that closed when you didn't want it to, had a quiet purpose, even if you couldn't see it in the moment. Faith for you isn't about blind hope. It's about momentum. It's about taking the next right step even before you can see the whole staircase. And Capricorn, that is exactly what you've been doing this whole time, whether you gave yourself credit for it or not. This new moon is not asking you to abandon your logical, grounded nature. It's simply asking you to let a little more faith sit alongside it. To trust that the timing that felt so frustrating was never random. That the universe was not against you. It was preparing you. So take a moment right now and let yourself actually feel that. Not just hear it. Feel it. Because what I'm about to share with you next may be the piece that finally brings all of this together. 7. Final destiny message and new moon affirmation. Capricorn, if you've made it this far, I don't believe that's a coincidence. I believe some part of you needed to hear exactly this. Exactly today. You have carried so much, quietly, without complaint most of the time. You've kept climbing even when no one was clapping. You've kept believing even when belief felt unreasonable. And through all of it, you never stopped moving forward, even when forward felt more like standing still. That version of you, the one who endured, who waited, who kept going, is not being left behind. That version of you is the one this new moon was built for. So today I invite you to say this quietly to yourself, and really let it land. I release what has held me back. I trust the timing of my life. I am ready to receive the beginning I have worked so hard for. My destiny is not arriving someday. It is unfolding now. Let those words settle into you, Capricorn, because whatever has felt delayed, whatever has felt uncertain, whatever has felt like it was taking too long, it was never lost time. It was preparation for exactly this moment. The new moon has opened the door. All that's left is for you to walk through it. If this message resonated with you, don't ignore that feeling. It may be the confirmation you've been waiting for. Comment, "I am ready," below to welcome this new moon energy into your life. If you enjoyed this reading, please like this video, subscribe for more Capricorn guidance, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next powerful message from the universe. Remember, your destiny isn't arriving someday. It's already unfolding, one step at a time.